Hello and welcome to my class on how to find a cat sitter that makes you purr. In step 1, I'll be helping you define your number one need. Your number one need is your most important expectation for your entire experience. You don't know it yet, but you have one of these, and it has to be met in order for you to have a good overall experience. It's often something people don't even talk about. It's sort of like the blind self. You know it, you just don't know how it actually applies to a cat sitter yet. There are 3 main needs, and depending on your personality, you will usually fall into one of the following as your most important need when hiring a cat sitter. When you go away, you either need to disconnect, to stay connected, or you need detailed, precise care. The first type is to disconnect. This group, really, you like this picture of this girl, she's so excited to go away. This group likes to go away and disconnect from the worries of home. They usually say things like, "We need a vacation so bad," or "I just want to know that someone's checked in on them and, they don't need much and they're going to be fine." They tend to be more social. They like to see new places. They know that their cats are in great hands. And if there's a problem, they know that they'll be contacted right away. But otherwise, they really need to just go away and let loose. They need that time away. And it doesn't have to just be for vacation. It could be for work. They may need to just know you've got the fort and we need to go and do this thing. So they either need to go and focus or they need to be able to go and relax. And it's really important for them that they do. They can't have peace of mind unless they know that they could just disconnect a little bit and go have fun. Now, this client, they like texts and pictures, but they tend to look at the texts and pictures when they have time. This group tends to have the most peace of mind. Of all of the types and of all of my clients, these people seem to have a really great time. These are the types I get the messages back that they had so much fun and they loved the pictures. Thanks so much. The next slide is the group that wants to stay connected. Like these people, they can't have fun, they can't relax until they get those updates with their cat pictures and the information about what's been happening at home. This group, they really can't enjoy themselves until they read and see those texts that their cats are safe, they're comforted, they're content while they're away, but also they like a little snippet of their cat's world so they feel connected to them. They usually say things like, "I know I sound crazy, but I miss my cat so much when I'm away," or "I wish I could call them and talk to them because I get so worried about them when I'm away." This client eagerly awaits the updates and loves to see pictures of their babies. It helps provide peace of mind, and this client usually has an average amount of peace of mind. They usually get up in the morning and they're really kind of waiting for that text and the information. They like to get that little snippet of information. They like to see the pictures of their cats, like their faces and their, you can read a lot from their cats' faces, and then they can go and enjoy their time, So that is sort of like the middle of the road type of client that I have. Then you have a client that really needs detailed, precise care. What I've found is that this type of client is the one that worries the most of all the types. They're the ones that will leave sort of like 2 pages of detailed notes on how to feed the cat. It's not that they don't trust me, but they don't usually trust you to take care of things the way that they would. It can make it very hard for them to hire a pet sitter because their level of expectation is so high. And honestly, it makes it a little harder to provide them with peace of mind because there's like no wiggle room. Again, this is on a spectrum, okay? So they would say things to me like, "I really need this to be put back this way." Or they'll say things like, "Do you think that you can do this the way that I need to have it done?" This type, they do like the text and pictures. What I found is it's a better service for them if I provide a little bit more detail into what and how specifically I'm doing things at the house, if that makes sense. It helps them have a little more peace of mind so they know things are getting done the way that they want it done. And this type, unfortunately, has the least amount of peace of mind. And I've found that a lot of this type of client, they often come home early. They just have a very hard time being away from home. They have a hard time being away from the kiddies, and they tend to come home early. This is a little chart I created. And think of this as a spectrum. The way you read this chart is that at the top, this is a spectrum of the peace of mind that you're going to have when you're away. At the bottom, it's your number one need. And I want you to be honest about what is your number one need. You know what it is. None of these are wrong. It's okay to go away, disconnect, and have fun, or go focus on your job. And it's okay because you know that you've researched someone really good and you trust that person and you know they're going to call you right away if something's really wrong. Then there's the other type. If your type is to really stay connected and you really want those pictures and you need to know that how things are going, just tell your cat sitter that so they can give you a little bit more verbiage, a little bit more detail into what the cats are doing and how they're feeling and things like that so that you stay connected. The third last thing I'd like to say is if you find yourself in the category of, oh my goodness, I think I need this detailed care, it's totally fine. I have a lot of clients that need this. But here's the thing. For someone else to provide you with detailed, precise care, even if they want to do it, number one, you need to find a cat provider that has a personality that's into details. And number two, you want to make sure that you provide that person with enough time that they can go over everything that needs to get done so that it's done really clearly. Now, if you have someone who's really busy and has a dog also walking business or something like that, they need to stay like really tight within their schedule. If they have not allocated time to do extra detailed, precise care for you, it's going to be very, very stressful for them. And then they may not be able to make sure that every I is dotted and every T is crossed. So my advice would be to just own up to the things that you need and tell the person who's caring for your cats that what you're really looking for. That way, they will be able to tell you, I need about 15 more minutes, and they might bump you up to a VIP service or add on a little extra time. But as long as you're okay with that and they're able to do that detailed, precise care, I think that's like a win-win. So that's what I'm saying. If any of these are your number one need, it's good to know what it is and tell your cat care provider so they can exceed your expectations. That's what it's all about. Don't you just love this last slide with the cat on the blankie? As a cat sitter myself, I want my clients to have a perfect experience when they hire me. I want to exceed their expectations. I want to pamper their cats. I want to provide excellent service for them so that they have peace of mind. When I know what their number one need is, I can pay special attention to it and provide the very best service. So what is your number one need? Write it down on the PDF file that you printed out at the very beginning, and we'll start on the next step.